Okay, so good morning everybody and once again welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 46 of our batch and now we are going to start a new topic, an interesting topic and a lengthy topic as well of the service now that is called the change management. Okay, so change management is why I say the lengthy because it has a lot of concept to be covered. Number one. Second, it is very different than incident and the problem and the catalog. Okay, different means because it is not like someone just raise and you work. It required a lot of approval, task, model, scheduling, conflicts, a lot of things we need to be covered in this. Okay, and the major thing is that change has a type as well, like normal, standard, emergency types are there, and all these three has a different way of working. Okay, so it's like we are discussing three major things in a one single topic. Okay, so interesting because this will cover a lot of concepts of service now, a lot of concepts. We're not going to discuss all the things again like SLA or database with the reporting. No, we're going to be discuss topics which is be, I can say, more and more on the change management part. Okay, so now let's discuss about the change. Change, according to me, what does change mean? Change means when anything you want to be add, remove, delete, update in the production system is called the change. In simple one, in the layman words, if you are changing the settings of your bedroom, okay, maybe first on the right side you have a wardrobe, on the left side you have a bed. Now you're changing it to the reverse order. It is a change. It may be directly impacting you, it may not be directly impacting you, but it is a change. You are making dinner for the night and you put little bit more spice in that. That is again a change because that is going to be impact everybody. Maybe your kid will not like, no, no, mom, it's too spicy, I will not eat. Okay, so this is simple or the layman language or the layman example of this particular stuff. Now, what is the actual meaning or industry meaning or the ITL meaning of the change? Change is a formal process. Okay, it's a formal process that governs new changes in any environment by the objective of minimal or no disruption. Means, let's say I want to do the drilling in my room. Okay, now I need to be do the drilling in such a manner that it should less impact my neighbors, either sound, either some other activity I'm doing there. That's the thing. And why formal? Because I have to be go with the proper steps to go for the proper approval. Like if I say that the region you are staying or the region I am staying, if you want to do any public function, like say you celebrate Diwali, Dishera, Navratri there. So if you want to put DJ, you have to be get an approval from the council there. Hey, this is our festival and we want to be celebrated in a manner. Could you please allow us to do this part? Okay, this is what is the formal process. Also, change is in the improvement part, not in the operation part. And when we take improvements, it take time actually. It's not like today you think and tomorrow it's done. No, it can be done in such manner as well. Let's say when we go for the marriage, is it the case that today you are interested or married and tomorrow you get married? No, you start thinking, okay, I want to be get married. What type of boy I'm looking for? What type of family I'm looking for? Where I'm to be go for the settlement as well? How the marriage will happen, look like? who will be my guest, who is becoming, what is the food, orders, jewelry, outfits, gifts, DJ, party, after marriage, enjoyments and all the things will be there. So you start planning that part. The reason it's a that it is a planning. You have to do a plan properly and then you have to be executed. It's either a normal change, either a standard change, or either it's emergency change. But we do the planning first and then we go for the same. Okay. This is the first concept. Under this, and not under this, there's another concept called the release management. Okay. Release, generally people interchange these words, change and release, but it is not interchangeable. Also, a lot of places I saw that release management is not that much used as well. Okay, we will not discuss this now. We have a separate topic, so we'll discuss after the change will be over. Okay, now the fundamental says, okay, this is the change. Then how the change is connected with the others, right? So now you can say, this is my change. Okay, let me bring like this. Okay, this is my change. A change can be raised by the end user as well. That is via service portal. And this user can only raise the standard changes. No other type of changes is good to raise by this user. Okay. No other type of changes is good to raise by this user. Only the standard changes. Now, what is standard changes? We will discuss it. Okay. So not to be worried on that particular part. Then a change caused by or resolved by and linked with the incident and the problem. अब हुआ क्या? मेरी वाइफ ने, my wife told me that can you make a dinner for today? I said हाँ मैं बनाता हूँ. I'll make it for you, no problem. Okay, I start making it. Okay, but doing this part, I put the gas little bit high, and the fry pan get burned very highly, and it caused a problem for me. It caused an issue. It caused an incident. So a change can be the reason for an incident, or a change can the fix a problem or the incident as well. ठीक है? कैसे? My wife is not well, so someone said that if you give him a hot kind of a massage, it will be work for her. I said okay, I'll go there. I'll get a little towel or something, put in the little hot water, and say okay, let's do this massage, and it's fixed. She's okay now. So this change brings a resolve a problem as well, right? So this is what it's a caused by or resolved by. Okay, that is the one part. Now release. Release means when you build and execute, like WhatsApp say I'm releasing these new features in this particular product. iPhone release the new features where you build, execute and test. So now you get confused. Then what is the difference between change and release? There is a difference. This life cycle is different and this life cycle is different. Then update KB, knowledge management. We need to be update the KBs. If you fix any problem by a change, then you update the knowledge articles to tell your customers, to tell your end users, not the customer, end users. And with the CMD, for the CMDB, we update and create our new CIs in the system. This is what the change related with these things. Okay. Now, if I come to the next part, the problem was, okay, let's understand this normal, standard and emergency change in a quick manner, and then I'll go for the next part. Okay. We have a three type of changes: normal, standard and emergency. You may find expedite, urgent, super urgent kind of change as well. These types are not as per the service now, not as per the ITL. ITL provide only three type of changes: normal, standard, and emergency. In short, normal changes are those changes which plan well in advance, like शादी. अभी तो my daughter is just 22, not in hurry for a marriage, but let's start planning for the marriage. It may take 6 months, 1 year, that's fine, no problem. Okay, where you go and discuss each and everything with your friends or your parents, or your parents discuss with your grandparents, with your chacha, mama, and all the things. Take a discussion. They see any boy, they ask everybody in the family, okay, how do you think? What do you think about this? Everybody approve it. Then your parents say, okay, we are happy to go with this marriage, and then they start planning it for the function dates. Everything started. It's a lengthy process. Everything, every step will be discussed, covered, approved properly. That's called the normal change. Standard. Standard means that in your house, maybe you are staying in a joint family, 5 or 6 kids are there in the joint family. Okay, today is one person birthday, maybe after 2 weeks another person birthday. So there is a standard now. Okay, birthday party है ना, हाँ ठीक है, एक केक ऑर्डर कर दो, friends बुला लो, chips, samosa and all these things, birthday done. It's a standard. Even though if tomorrow you want to go for this part, you want to arrange this party today also, you can make a plan easily, no problem. Sometimes ऐसा होता है ना कि नहीं नहीं मूड नहीं, बट बच्चे कहते नहीं मुझे तो करना लास्ट सेकंड डे लास्ट डे. So standard change means no approval is required at all. These are the pre-approved. हाँ ठीक है, मैंने अपने वाइफ से पूछा कि ऐसे कर सकते हैं, हाँ कर लेते हैं, चलो ठीक है. हर बार हम जब मार्केट जाते हैं तो ऐसे कर देंगे, ठीक है आप वहां से लेना सामान, मैं वहां से लूंगा, फटाफट सामान इकट्ठा करके ले लेंगे. दैट इज स्टैंडर्ड चेंज. Now emergency change. As the word indicate, you can't hold it. Let's say if a lady is pregnant and she's getting a pain, so doctor can hold it. No, we go for the normal delivery. It's emergency. Let's do it. If someone has some disease or attack, kind of cardiac attack kind of things, doctor cannot wait for the emergency for the surgery or something for the 2 weeks or 3 weeks. No. Emergency changes are those changes which can be implemented in next 1 hour as well, or next half an hour as well. Those are the emergency changes. All the approvals will be bypassed except one. Okay, doctor will say we need the approval from the husband or the relative who has a blood relationship. Allow us to go for the surgery. वो सबकी वेट नहीं करेंगे, ना ही वो बोलेंगे कि that you go and talk to everybody. No, they say boss give us approval, yes or no. Then this is what is the emergency changes. Okay, so this is the overall picture that what the changes look like, type of changes will be look like. We will see this in the demo as well, so nothing to worry on that part. Okay, now the problem, what was the problem actually? Okay, what was the problem? That these type of changes has a little constraints. मतलब constraints क्या, मुझे तो अच्छे लग रहे हैं, सही लग रहे हैं, सब सही तो चल रहा है. नहीं, constraints क्या है इसमें? मेनली constraints है कि if I'm raising a normal change, for any type of normal change I have to be goes for these approvals. I cannot modify. Right? Let me give the example. I want to buy a bike. ठीक है, आजकल तो बाइक भी सस्ती नहीं आती है, 1 लाख 1.5 लाख से नीचे तो बाइक भी नहीं आती अच्छी. ठीक है, तो अब what normal change says that either you purchase a bike, either my sister purchase a bike, either someone in my joint family purchase a bike. They have to be go with this particular flow, create a task, get approval, and then you can get a bike. But now, do you think that if I want to purchase a cycle for my kid, do I need to go for this complete process? अरे साइकिल तो 1000 के तो नहीं आते आज के टाइम में भी. 4,000 5,000 rupees something to get a cycle. Do you think that this whole process need to be covered? I will definitely no. It's a lengthy process. Then what to do? Then ServiceNow customer raise this concern to the ServiceNow. Hey, we are not able to make a changes in the change flows easily because for this change I want this to be done. For this change I want this approval to be done. ServiceNow, okay, this is your problem. Let me do something. They bring a new concept that is called a change model. I can show you in the next slide if I have. Change model ये ठीक है. They bring a concept of the change model. What model says that you can create a model for your specific type of changes. So now अभी अगर किसी छोटे मुझे in my family if I want to buy a cycle for my kid, I don't require everybody approval. I just need a little approval from my wife. Hey, are you okay that it's the age for him or her to get a new cycle? Let's get it. ठीक है, done. But if I want to buy a bike, then definitely I need a little bit more approvals. Okay. So this particular concept come in the picture that I want to raise a change for the different scenarios. Like now if I come in the technical or the industry world, like application changes, why I need in the application changes, why I need approval from the technical teams or maybe the infra team. In the infra changes, why I should take approval from the application team. Definitely sometimes it's required, but not everybody's approval is required. So these things cannot be covered or cannot be easily maintained in the normal changes. क्योंकि यहाँ पे flow fix हो जाता है कि भैया ये तो सब अगर जाएगा तो सबको अप्रूवल जाएगा. अब या तो आप सबके लिए अलग-अलग अप्रूवल्स बनाओ. That's not a feasible case. So to overcome this problem, ServiceNow bring a concept called the multi-model change. अपने हिसाब से मॉडल्स बनाओ, अपने हिसाब से इसको फ्लो डिजाइन करो और आपका काम आसान हो जाएगा. ठीक है. डाउट, क्वेश्चन, क्लैरिफिकेशन? Good.
I'm okay, Atul. Yeah.
Okay, good. Now theoretical part has been done. We will see the practical that how this model and this flows are different with each other. Okay, these types are different with each other.
Yeah.
I am saying we will create a model. I'm not saying that we are creating a type. Type still same, normal, emergency or standard. But model will help you to drive it in the as per your direction. Okay. Now let's come to this part. ServiceNow. Okay. Now we'll discuss on the table level. Okay. On the table level, change has mainly two tables. Change underscore request and change underscore task. ये दो टेबल तो प्राइमरी है इनकी. ठीक है. Let's go here. Tables and open this. Okay. And now search for the change. ठीक है. मैं सिर्फ दो ही की अभी बात कर रहा हूं, बाकी नहीं. बाकी की बात में बात करेंगे बट अभी नहीं. ये है चेंज रिक्वेस्ट एंड चेंज टास्क. ये भी है, रिस्क असेसमेंट भी है, थ्रेशोल्ड भी है, ये सब चीजें हैं, विल कम ऑन द लेटर, नॉट नाउ। ठीक है, सो लेट्स ओपन द चेंज रिक्वेस्ट टेबल। अगेन दिस टेबल हैज बीन एक्सटेंडेड फ्रॉम द टास्क टेबल। तो मतलब कि ये तो फंडा क्लियर हो गया कि टास्क टेबल इसकी पेरेंट नहीं बोलूंगा, बट एक्सटेंडेड टेबल से है इसका। ठीक है, नाउ come to this. Can you imagine that 116 fields on the change? How big the change table or the form is? Change form is the heaviest form because 116 fields are there, and imagine that how many tables they'll be calling it, or they're using it as a reference or this thing. So now I'll show this part. Come here and schema. ठीक, ये मेरा टास्क टेबल से एक्सटेंड हुआ चेंज रिक्वेस्ट, और चेंज रिक्वेस्ट आई मेक जो मैट्रिक्स है वैसे होता है। ठीक है, विल नॉट, आई एम नॉट बॉदर अबाउट दिस, आई एम मेनली बॉदर अबाउट दिस एंड दिस। ठीक है, और ये हमें पता है। नाउ क्लिक ऑन दिस वन, शो रेफरेंस्ड फील्ड। कि इसने किस किस को अपने पास रखा हुआ है। लेट मी ओपन दिस इन द अनदर विंडो, चेंज अंडरस्कोर क्या UST डॉट। ठीक है, I'll show you in the parallel in the side as well that how the form will be look like. ठीक है, ये देखो, ये रहा। अब देखो चेंज का फॉर्म कितना बड़ा है, ये सारे फील्ड्स। ठीक, देन इफ यू स्क्रॉल, ये सारे फील्ड्स, इफ यू गो हियर, ये सारे फील्ड्स, यहाँ पर अभी रन होगी चीजें, ये सारे फील्ड्स, ये सारे, ये तो भी वो है जो आपको दिख रहे हैं। जब व्हेन यू सेव इट यू विल गेट लिटिल बिट मोर रेडी लिस्ट एज वेल। ठीक, सो स्कीमा सेज दैट हाउ द चेंज इज रिलेटेड विद द अदर टेबल्स, एंड यू कैन सी हियर, सी कितने सारे इसने कॉल किए हैं अपने पास। सर्विस ऑफरिंग, सर्विस CMDB, ये देखो, ये तो CMDB वाला हो गया हमारा दोनों, ये वाला यूजर टेबल हो गया मेरा कॉलर से। एग्जीक्यूशन प्लान नीचे हो जाएगा। एग्जीक्यूशन प्लान मेनली इसको रन करने के लिए जब हम यूज करते थे पहले, नॉट अ फ्लो, वी यूज द वर्क दिस थिंग एज वेल, एग्जीक्यूशन प्लान एज वेल। अटैचमेंट हो गया, चेंज मॉडल, ये रहा, ये रहा चेंज मॉडल। ठीक, सो मल्टीपल different fields are there, not the field tables are there, which has been referenced by the change request table. Now who is referencing this? अब साइड चेंज करते हैं, साइड आ जाएंगे हम, ये देखो ये रहा। Can you imagine that how many tables are still referencing change? Risk table, M2M table, RFCs component, feature the flag, apply change policies, references, change task as well होगा यहाँ पर कहीं ना कहीं। रिस्क हो गया, ऑटोमेशन ऑब्जेक्ट हो गया, स्टैंडर्ड चेंजेस हो गया, रिस्क डिटेल्स। लेट मी गो लिटिल बिट मोर अप, ये देखो यार प्रॉब्लम चेंज, कैसे यहाँ प्रॉब्लम चेंज, जब हम इसको रेज करेंगे देन आई कैन शो यू, और मे बी आई कैन शो यू वन मोर थिंग हियर। लेट मी गेट अ स्मॉल इंसिडेंट क्विकली, अरे हो जा, ओके, नाउ लेट्स कम हियर and this and save। क्या हो गया, why it's taking so much time nowadays? अच्छा ठीक है, हो रहा है, वो एग्जीक्यूट हो रही सारी पॉलिसीज पीछे से। ठीक है, एंड नाउ इफ यू कम हियर, ये देखो, ये रहा प्रॉब्लम, चेंज रिक्वेस्ट एंड चेंज कॉज्ड बाय। किस चेंज से ये प्रॉब्लम, ये इंसिडेंट फिक्स हो रहा है, और किस चेंज की वजह से इंसिडेंट रेज हुआ, तो ये दोनों रेफरेंसिंग है यहाँ पर। प्रॉब्लम, देखो ये रहा, या प्रॉब्लम, ऊपर इंसिडेंट भी होगा। ठीक, तो ये है रेफरेंसिंग और रेफरेंस। रेफरेंसिंग मीन्स मुझे कौन कौन कहाँ कहाँ यूज कर रहा है, और रेफरेंस मीन्स मैं किसको कहाँ कहाँ यूज कर रहा हूँ। ठीक है, अगेन same thing, I'm repeat that change table is the biggest one. Okay, change table is the biggest one because it referenced a lot of another table as well. Okay, it referenced to the another tables as well, so it is the biggest one. Now if I come to the next part of this, about this role. Okay, पहले इसको डिस्कस करते हैं, then we'll go in the change role सर्विस नो में। ठीक है, mainly 5 roles are important here. Okay, number one is the change manager. Change manager is the one who makes sure that changes go through a complete process in day-to-day life cycle. Means he makes sure that my process should be followed as defined, as described, and as written. ऐसा नहीं कि anybody is bypassing any kind of approval, anybody bypassing any kind of task creation kind of things. If I say that for the normal chain, 2 tasks will be there, 2 approvals will be there, so it should go with that particular process only, should not bypass. Or ऐसा भी नहीं चाहिए, it's not like that कि you are implementing any change without raising the change as well. There is a concept called the unauthorized change. We will discuss that as well. ठीक है, so this is the person who is responsible for that. Change requester, इसके पास ना सबसे ज्यादा अथॉरिटी होती है. If he want or she want, he can bypass anybody approval as well. This role can bypass. Let's say if someone call me, hey, I would like to invite you for the dinner at my house on coming Saturday. Will you be able to come? Now I can give approval on behalf of my wife. Yes, we will come. Or if my wife got a call and she can give approval, yes, or confirmation, yes, we will come. So this user has a lot of power. Okay, we will see the stuff as well in the practical elements. Now the requester, who submit a change. कि भैया मुझे change चाहिए. They're like our kid says, Mom, I want to buy a toy. He's a requester. I want to buy a toy. He's a requester. Now change approver. Either you approve or either you reject. Generally, we make these users are the two different. Change approver तो approve करता है change को अलग से, but approver are little different. Like sometime what happened that my kid come to me, hey, Dad, can you make me a chocolate sandwich? I know that I can make it, but still I say no, go and talk to your mom first. If she's be okay because you already had a chocolate sandwich in the morning. मैं तो बना दूंगा, मुझे तो 2 मिनट लगना है. I'll make it. So change approver. Only 2 things they can do: either approve a change, either reject a change. With the parameters, with the decision. Same thing. Let's say you want to buy a bike. Okay. Now, when you are bachelor, if you want to buy any of the product of the 100-200 rupees, you don't get approval or you don't take approval from your parents. हाँ ठीक है, तुम तो मैं ले लूँ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है इस पे तो. Nobody is going to question me. But if you want to buy a bike which costs 1 lakh rupees, then you will put a proposal in front of your parents. Dad, I need to go to college nowadays and it's tough going in the buses or kind of things. I want to buy a bike. Then maybe your mother says yes, we need it. Your brother say yes, we need it. But your father say no, we don't need it. तीन different approvers हैं. Then you go to your grandfather that I want to buy a bike. Okay, beta, we'll take it. He's change manager. He overrides everybody approval. But if once has been rejected, then everything will be go in the new state. अरे पापा ने रिजेक्ट कर दे यार, दोबारा से करना पड़ेगा, सारा प्रपोजल बनाना पड़ेगा, फिर पापा को बताना पड़ेगा वो चीज. ठीक है वो. Then cab manager. Who is the cab manager? Mainly cab is not that वाला cab जो हम लेते हैं. Cab stand for the now it has a different meaning. Someone says change authorized board, someone change authority board, someone change approval board, someone says something else. If you ask me, it is CAAB actually, change authorized and approval board. ये लोग वो होते हैं फाइनली जो यस करते हैं कि हाँ वी आर हैप्पी टू प्रोसीड विद दिस. लाइक योर फादर selected a boy for you. Okay, let's say your father liked it, your mother liked it. They selected a boy for you. Now, to get a final confirmation, they go to your grandparents to talk. Definitely, this is their family. This is what the boy do. This is what the family do. Parents, your means mother-in-law, father-in-law, and everybody. If your grandparents say no, it's not a good family, we know this family from the last few years, it's not a good, let's not proceed, not good feedback we hear for this family. They are the cab managers. They evaluate your change, they evaluate the risk of the change, they evaluate the implementation plan, they evaluate the planning phase, they evaluate a lot of things and then finally give approval. ये लोग जब तक ये लोग अप्रूव नहीं करेंगे यहां तक नहीं आता चेंज. If they rejected, change go back in the new state again, fresh. I'll show you in the picture, in the demo part, but as well just understand this part. Okay. And it is a board. A board क्या करता है mainly? Why it is a board? Because in this industry, no one is so much capable to say yes, I am taking 100% responsibility for this change. So it is a board now. In this board, 5-7 people are there from the different domains. कोई infra से होगा, कोई application से होगा, कोई किसी background से होगा, किसी background से होगा. They will evaluate the change from the multiple parameters. And if they find yes, then from the board member, everybody will approve. Or one person will approve. It's totally depends on how you put the configuration in that place. Okay. But until unless these guys did not approve, your change cannot be moved to the implement phase. Okay. And last is called the implementer. The team who actually do the planning and will implement this change in the production system. This is called the implementation team here. Okay. Now to understand a little bit more, let's come here and open the user admin, go to the role and search for the change. ये देखो ये. The first one is the change manager. We never give this role to everybody. पूरी टीम में एक या दो लोग होते हैं जो चेंज, मेनली तो एक ही होता है, दो भी नहीं होते. Only 1% is a change manager. Practically saying, change is one of the favorite module I have. मुझे बहुत पसंद है change management because I work as a change manager for the approximately 2 years. This role comes with a lot of responsibilities, lot of risk. ठीक है. So is a change manager. Then the cab manager. Did you see a difference that even though it's a change advisory board manager, change manager is not a cab manager. Let's say if I say Hema, you are a change manager, but you're not a cab manager. It means you cannot run the cab meetings. ये कंसेप्ट भी हमारे पास डिटेल में है पढ़ने के लिए, just to get the terms familiar as of now. I want to give a user with the read rule that okay, this person only read the changes. Assign change read rule. This rule is something ServiceNow added newly in Washington DC. Change task assigned user. Earlier it was not there, but now they have assigned it to restrict any user to work on the change task. If you're not the part of this group or not having this role, you can't work on this part. Okay. Change right. Like we have ITIL rule, same way we have a change. This rule only will allow you to work on this thing. Only and only the change, not any other table. And finally, SOC admin, rights of change schedules, pages. There's a concept called the change schedule. We will discuss that as well. And finally, view changer. Like, see, I'm here now. Okay, if I save this change, I'll get an option here called the view. Okay, it means I can change the view from normal to the emergency view or the default view or the workspace view. I can change that view on that particular part. Now, important point in this rule. Let me pick up my notes here. मैंने एक तो जगह रेड करके लिखा था यहाँ पे. Let me show. ये रहा, right. ठीक है. Nobody can update the change model once a change has been raised with the help of the change model, and you want to change the, you later on you say fine, no, this model is not good for me, I want to change it. So you cannot change unless you go back to the new state and then you can change it. Otherwise on the running side nobody can do. In the same manner, nobody can delete the standard change templates. मतलब ये क्या है? ये स्टैंडर्ड चेंज का परिवार है. ठीक है? Just remember this because these are the upcoming topics for us in the session. ठीक है? Now ये भी हो गया, ये भी हो गया, ये भी हो गया, ये वाला काम. क्योंकि एक बार डिस्कशन क्लियर हो जाएगा ना, then it is easy for us to go for the change demo. This is a life cycle. 4 steps. Creation, approval, ये सारे इसके टर्म्स जो हमने पढ़ने हैं, ये सारे पढ़ने हैं अभी हमने. ठीक है? That is nice. That it is the biggest one. Creation. In this step, we create our change. We define the scope कि इस चेंज में मैं क्या क्या करने वाला हूं. ठीक है? Schedule. Let's say my marriage anniversary and my kid birthday, only 1 day difference. Let's take an example like this. ठीक है? And I'm putting a party at my place. The near and dear people know that there are 2 things. One is anniversary and one is the kid birthday. So everybody asks, hey, this party is for what? It's your anniversary or the birthday? I'll say no, it's only for the anniversary. So I am defining the scope here. That for this particular change, this is the only scope. इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं होगा इसमें. So don't, it means I'm giving instruction to the guest that don't bring any gift for the birthday, bring the gift only for the anniversary, because I'm not putting these 2 celebration in one. Then I schedule it कि कब करना है मुझे. I get a chain task. केक ऑर्डर बुकिंग करनी है, वेन्यू बुकिंग करनी है, डीजे बुकिंग करनी है, अपने आउटफिट्स की बुकिंग करनी है या परचेज करने हैं. My wife said, no, I want to go to the parlor to be get ready. Okay, all these things. and I assign this change. Means for all the food, it's your responsibility. For all the DJ decoration part, it's your responsibility. For all these things, it's your responsibility. So I am assigning it. I can assign the change task and I can assign the change as well. Change एक team के पास जाता है. Task, multiple teams can be take care. ठीक है. Now approval. Before we invite everybody, I need to be get approval. I asked my wife, it's our 10th anniversary, let's celebrate it. Okay. I asked my parents, hey, we are planning to celebrate this part. Are you okay to come or happy to be there? Yes, we will come definitely. So it can be single approval. It can be series of approval. Back to back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups, 7 groups. All these things will be there. Okay. Then the third phase comes the implementation, where the team start work or the team worked on the assigned change task. That okay, I have to do this thing, I have to do this thing, I have to do this thing in this particular change. खाना हो गया, केक ऑर्डर हो गया, केक आ गया, yes, केक कटिंग हो गई, yes, serve the food, yes, give the return gifts, okay. If anybody is staying, arrange their stay as well, maybe hotel room or kind of things. And once implementation done, then we go for the PIR, post implementation review. Review and close. Under this we have a PIR, post implementation review. What went well? And specifically for every change we don't do the PIR. I work for a banking customer where in a week more than 2000 changes go in the production. Do you think that I have a capacity to do the 2000 change review? So generally we don't do the review PIR for every change. We do the PIR only for the changes which get failed in the production system. To understand that why it get failed, what was the reason? This is what the PIR says. नंबर तो कम है, अब रीजन क्या है नंबर कम आने का? पढ़ाई नहीं की थी, घर में डिस्टर्बेंस चल रही थी, फैमिली प्रॉब्लम्स थे, अदर कमिटमेंट्स थे, ऑफिस का प्रेशर था, क्या था? That's called the PIR. And finally, once the PIR has been done, we close our change and say, okay, now it's done and we can move forward to the next page or the next change on that particular part. ठीक है जी, क्लियर हुआ हेमा? Doubt?
Good so far. Thanks, Atul.
ठीक है, चलो यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा काम गया. हाँ ठीक है, तो हो गया, ये ऑलमोस्ट हमारा हो गया. स्लाइड ये में कुछ नहीं है, ये भी हो गया. लेट्स कम. ठीक है. Now the question come, how we can create a change? Means what are the creation points for a change? A change can be raised manually. जैसे आप यहाँ गए, आपने ओपन किया चेंज टेबल और यहाँ से आप क्रिएट करें. दैट इज कॉल्ड द मैनुअल पार्ट. अ चेंज कैन बी रेज्ड बाय इंसिडेंट. वो हमने देखा, राइट क्लिक, क्रिएट चेंज, कौन गया, ये रहा. ठीक है. सेकेंड वे. थर्ड प्रॉब्लम से, लेट मी ओपन एनी प्रॉब्लम रिकॉर्ड हियर, जस्ट पुट इट हियर एंड ओपन रिकॉर्ड. ओह इट्स तो क्लोज है यार, इसमें तो दिखाएगा नहीं वो. ठीक है, चलो कोई नहीं, we'll see. So we can open up change from the problem record as well. If you right click here, अच्छा है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, देखो यहाँ से हो गया. Fourth, we can create a change from the configuration item as well. Let's say I put any configuration item. ठीक है, I'll go there, open record. ये ट्रिक्स होते हैं फटाफट आगे आगे ट्रैवर्स करने की. ठीक है. Do we have anything here? Configure. मैं इसमें दिखा नहीं रहा है, बट इसका ऑप्शन तो है. We can, I can see in my notes. Propose changes with this. Maybe affected CI impacted CIS होगा, but we can raise a change from here as well. This is what I knew, but I'm not able to find it in my notes that how it can be done. And finally, we can raise a change from the catalog as well. Plus integration is a different part that you can do. Now, if I click here on the request something, and I can show you. Service catalog, and if you scroll down, you can see this part. देखो ये standard changes. So I can create a change from here as well. But from here, only the standard changes will get raised, not all the other type. Not all other changes will get raised. Only the standard changes will be raised from here. ठीक है? These are the 5 ways to create a change. Now let's come to the main part. Let's close all these things and come here. Change. If you see change application and modules, normal, then we have a standard change, a separate module. Okay. Then change cab, I say change advisory board is a separate module. ठीक है. Schedule is a separate module. Change policies, approval policies is a separate module. देखो ये ना. I installed 1 or 2 plugin as well, so don't worry. This is for the change success score kind of things. Okay. Change model is a different. Risk is a different. Change has a 2 or 3 type of properties. Change की अपनी properties है, conflict की अपनी properties हैं, standard changes की अपनी properties हैं, unauthorized change की अपनी properties हैं, and risk की अपनी property. मतलब कि in a change we have 5 different properties pages as well. So like this you can see change property, risk property. If I go a little bit more up, I can show you few more things. Not standard changes. कहाँ गया conflict का, आगे मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको. ये देखो ये properties, conflict का properties अलग है, unauthorized change का properties अलग है. ठीक है. So this. हाँ बस इतना ही. ठीक है. So this is a change. Now I want to create a change. Click here and create new. When you say I want to raise a change, if you see this page, this is called the landing page. ये इंसिडेंट से बहुत डिफरेंट है, सो डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज. तो इंसिडेंट में तो कुछ और था, हमारे पास फॉर्म खुलता था. ये जो अभी आपने ओपन किया वो तो फॉर्म था, ये तो फॉर्म नहीं है. ओके, दिस इज कॉल्ड द चेंज लैंडिंग पेज. एंड इफ यू सी दिस बॉक्सेस, ओके, it means you are using or you have enabled the change property for the change model. चेंज रेज करने के 2 तरीके हैं मेनली, मतलब 2 तरीके, मतलब कि 2 तरह से आप कर सकते हैं. अगर मैं क्रिएट न्यू पे क्लिक करता हूं, ठीक है, मॉडल जो भी हमने देखा, और एक है नेटिव व्यू. नेटिव व्यू बोलो या इसको ओल्ड व्यू बोलो, ओल्ड भी नहीं बोलते इसको, हम इसको बोलते हैं इंटरसिपेटर. ठीक है. Nowadays what happened that if you purchase ServiceNow instance, out of the box ServiceNow giving you the change model as a active, कि भैया यही है. सबसे पहले तो इसमें 4 ऑप्शंस हैं. Pinned means which is favorite to me. You want to see the only models you can see here. Pre-approved are the standard changes template. बट अभी बस सुनो स्टैंडर्ड चेंजेस टेम्पलेट्स क्या होता है, इसको कैसे बनाना है हम देखेंगे अभी. ठीक है. देन ऑल. ठीक, ये 4 ऑप्शंस है यहां पर, और इसमें अलग अलग प्रॉपर्टीज है. मतलब कि अगर मैं ऑल पे क्लिक करता हूं तो इट मींस क्या है कि जितने भी मेरे चेंजेस हैं जिसमें मैंने ओके, मैं आपको यहां शो करके दिखाता हूं एक बार. चेंज मॉडल, ठीक है, इस पे क्लिक करते हैं, ओपन इट। ये देखो, ये इसका बैकग्राउंड है। इन सभी पर यहाँ पर दो चीजें मेनली, नेम ऑफ द मॉडल, ये जो नाम आपको दिख रहे हैं, ये सारे जो नाम दिख रहे हैं, और कौन कौन से मॉडल अवेलेबल हैं जब मैं क्रिएट न्यू पे क्लिक करता हूं। मैंने क्लिक ऑन दिस क्रिएट न्यू पे क्लिक किया तो मुझे कौन कौन से मॉडल दिख रहे हैं यहाँ पर। लेट्स मी गो बाय दिस वे ओनली, ठीक है। अनऑथराइज, नॉर्मल, इमरजेंसी एंड डेवऑप्स। डेवऑप्स ट्रू है, राइट। अनऑथराइज ट्रू है, यस। नॉर्मल ट्रू है, यस। इमरजेंसी ट्रू है, यस। लेकिन बाकी फॉल्स हैं, तो मुझे यहाँ नहीं दिख रहे। इसका मतलब नहीं कि मैं यूज नहीं कर सकता, मैं यूज कर सकता हूं, बट इट इज नॉट विजिबल फॉर मी टू हेयर एज ऑफ नाउ। If you go in the change table and you can, sorry, if you go to the create new and you can raise via model, different model, you can use it. So if I enable it, let's say I put everything true, तो अब मेरे को सारे के सारे यहाँ देखेंगे। If I reload my page, I can see all the change, see, ठीक है। चेंज मॉडल क्या कहता है? बेसिकली चेंज मॉडल सेज दैट आई एम गिविंग यू few values as auto populated। देखो, मॉडल का फायदा तभी है ना कि जब आपको पता है कुछ वैल्यूज तो मेरी ऑटो पॉपुलेट हो ही जाएंगी। So let's say I am coming here and clicking on the normal, even though they're not using any value to be put it here. But if you want, you can populate the change model, sorry, change values in the model itself. अब फर्क क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? नंबर वन, if I'm using a model, this particular box has been populated with the name of the model. क्या नाम था मेरे मॉडल का? नॉर्मल। ये यहाँ पर आ गया। टाइप नॉर्मल, क्यों टाइप नॉर्मल? लेट मी शो यू हियर, ओपन इट। देखो, क्योंकि मैंने यहाँ टाइप फिक्स किया था कि टाइप इसका नॉर्मल ही शो करना है मुझे, ठीक है। इसको थोड़ा सा रिव्यू करेंगे, इसको कल हम पूरा डेप्थ में पढ़ेंगे, क्योंकि इट विल टेक अनदर हाफ एन आवर मिनिमम टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस कंप्लीट कंसेप्ट, ठीक है। तो वो, सो this thing is there. If you want to populate some kind of a short description, you can populate as well, ठीक है। On the top you can see new, assess, authorize, schedule, implement, review, close and cancel. This is the life cycle of a normal change. This is the life cycle of a normal change. If I go back here, let me click on the create new, change, create new. Now if I click on the emergency, let's say emergency, इससे भी यही है, न्यू, असेस। ये क्या होता है? फॉर्मेटर्स होते हैं मेरे, और ये एक्सएमएल के बेस पे काम करते हैं, एंड दे हैव सम बैकग्राउंड कोडिंग। अगर मैं यहाँ स्टेट चेंज करता हूँ तो ये भी चेंज हो जाता है ऊपर से। लेकिन इमरजेंसी चेंजेस में असेस नहीं होता, असेस का लाइफ साइकिल नहीं होता। डू आई हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ पीपीटी ऑन दिस? हाँ, ये रहा, सॉरी, देखो ये रहा। नॉर्मल चेंज इज दिस, कहाँ गया नॉर्मल चेंज? ये है न्यू, असेस, ऑथराइज, शेड्यूल, इंप्लीमेंट एंड रिव्यू। इमरजेंसी चेंज, न्यू, ऑथराइज, शेड्यूल, और स्टैंडर्ड चेंजेस, न्यू, शेड्यूल, इंप्लीमेंट एंड रिव्यू। ये फर्क है इन तीनों का। दिस इज द मेजर डिफरेंस कैन बी आस्क्ड इन द इंटरव्यू कि व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन स्टैंडर्ड, नॉर्मल एंड इमरजेंसी चेंजेस। ये फर्स्ट डिफरेंस होता है। आईटीएल का सबसे बेसिक क्वेश्चन भी यही होता है अगर चेंज में बात करते हैं कोई, ठीक है। दैट इज नंबर वन पार्ट। नाउ टू रेज अ चेंज, as I say, sorry, as I say, we can use the change model or we can use the interceptor. कल हम देखेंगे सिर्फ मॉडल्स फर्स्ट, कि मॉडल्स कैसे काम करते हैं, मॉडल्स का पूरा साइकिल, कि हाउ द मॉडल हैज बीन डिफाइंड अंडर दिस। इफ यू कम हियर, यू कैन सी हियर, राइट, ट्रांजिशंस क्या होते हैं, स्टेट्स क्या होती हैं, कैसे मूव करते हैं, दैट विल डिस्कस इट. ठीक है. डेमो वाइज either use interceptor either use model, there is no difference. डेमो वाइज कोई डिफरेंस नहीं होगा ज्यादा उसमें, जस्ट टू बी अप्रूवल्स एंड देयर होंगे. ठीक है. बट द मेन थिंग इज दैट कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, ये वाला बहुत फर्क पड़ेगा. So we'll spend tomorrow specifically on this particular part to understand the change models end to end. And if we get time, then we'll go for the interceptor as well. Because we have a requirement. अतुल मुझे तो change ना ऐसे नहीं रेज करना, मुझे तो interceptor से रेज करना change. If I come here, can I change this page? हम कर सकते हैं. My customer is in the transitioning format and he want both. Model भी चाहिए उसको, interceptor भी चाहिए उसको. Can we use the both in a one go? Yes, we can do. For that, we have to make a changes in the system properties that we will see tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Okay. Now, what I want a homework for you. Try to be read little bit more about the change from the ServiceNow perspective. थोड़ा सा पढ़ो इसको, मतलब if you have any kind of go to ServiceNow docs and read it about this change model क्या है, कैसे काम करते हैं. Definitely, I'm going to be discuss this in depth with you. But I recommend if you read a little bit, maybe from the ITIL perspective, that is also give you a clear picture that what is assess, what is authorized state, what is implement state. Theory आपको वहां से मिल जाएगी, then it is easy for you to be connect with the practical part on this particular discussions. ठीक है जी, any question?
I'm good, Atul. Thank you.
Okay, चलिए let's stop the recording.